What's up, everybody? Walter here with my cousin Alex.
How's it going, guys?
You may have seen him last time. Was about a year ago when we reviewed WrestleMania.
Right around this time.
And it's Mania week, right? There's a lot of excitement in the air. There's a lot of hype around the 9-hour WrestleMania that we're going to get. That's not even too far off. I think it's 7 hours right now.
WrestleMania all day.
Yeah, all day WrestleMania for real. So I wanted to showcase a couple of these wrestling belts that I've had. I put up a couple pictures once in a while on like Twitter and stuff, and you guys are like, oh, what are those belts and stuff? So Alex has a few, and I have a few, so we're just going to go over them really quick and where we got them and what we think of them. So this first one is like a pretty recent one that you got, right? This is the Intercontinental title?
Yeah, the Egg Intercontinental title. I actually got this at a wrestling show. A guy had it, and he said he wanted to get rid of it. Now, he said, I'll give you 50. It's like, if you give me $50, I'll take it. I go, yeah. And the reason why I wanted it too, reason why I wanted to get it was it had the old WWF logo on it, the scratch logo, which they do not sell belts like that anymore, and they haven't for quite some time. So I thought it'd be a pretty cool keepsake to have like that, especially maybe one day it'll be worth something, especially with that. As you can see, my leather's a little cracked on it, but not too bad for a $50 pickup.
No, for $50, yeah. I mean, it's awesome. So there's like some of the plastic jewels or whatever like missing
little
in
fake
there.
diamonds, yeah.
But still, yeah, it's awesome. Good. Oh, the dog's barking. Show a close up there. Oh, the old one. I like the new Intercontinental title better, but
yeah, definitely.
That's just me. The new / old one. I think the new one they have now is like a smaller version of the one they used to have.
Oh yeah, because the one they used to have in the late '80s or early '90s was bigger than the Winged Eagle belt.
Yeah,
that thing was freaking
I liked
huge.
it though. I like the design of it. I just like the big, like center plate and stuff. That's not like designed too much, where it's not like rounded off or whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely agree with you there. Especially the white strap looks great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the white strap's awesome. Whenever I think of that belt, I just think of Cody Rhodes. Like that's the first person.
Yeah, and dropping this belt or the newer version of this belt in the back.
Yeah, that's who brought it back. So that's who I think of like first when I think of that belt.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty cool though, and for $50, I mean, it's a pretty good deal.
Not a bad find, a cool little keepsake down the line.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
I'll definitely have.
This other one, okay, so we got this cover for it. This is the current WWE United States Championship. I think this is like a smaller version of it too.
Yeah, smaller version. I think these plates on the side now are blued out a little bit more, and obviously the logo is different.
Right, but this one is like the one they have now is just like center plates bigger or something, right?
Yeah, it's just a little bit different.
Right. So
pretty much the same design.
Right. So this was like the first WWE US title design. So it came with the bag, the belt bag here.
Yes.
Just WWE logo and then zips in the back. And
autographed by Sheamus on there.
Oh, where is it?
If it hasn't worn off.
Where's that?
Right there it is.
Sheamus!
Yeah. Got that autographed by Sheamus before Money in the Bank 2011.
Yeah, I remember that. We were waiting in line for it.
At a Kmart.
Yeah. I really like this belt. I've always really liked the WWE US title. I thought it looks very different.
Yeah,
like, the shape of it.
They definitely hit a home run with this belt. And like the weird thing about this is they reintroduced this title in 2003, and it's been the same exact design pretty much all the way through. It's one of the few belts that they didn't mess with that much.
Right. I like it a lot.
Yeah, they kept the design the same. The size is pretty good. Nothing too crazy big. Nothing too crazy small.
Right.
Definitely a fan of this belt. One of my favorite belts. Probably my second favorite belt in the company right now.
What'd you think of Cena's spinner belt? We used to have that.
I had that belt actually, and I didn't think it was too bad. It was different. I think that's why I bought it. It was the first belt I ever had.
Yeah. I like that one too, but I like this.
Yeah,
version
definitely like
better.
this one. Definitely like this one more.
For sure. I think the center plate's kind of like the old light heavyweight title too.
Yeah.
I think it had that same kind of like triangle sort of shape.
Yeah, kind of like how their I think the WWE UK title looks like that now too. It has a triangle.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just introduced the NXT North American title, so that's like a secondary belt for NXT.
Yeah, it looks like a classic. That belt looks like a classic like AWA NWA belt.
Yeah, I like it. I like it for sure. But yeah, this is a good one. Where did we get this from, Aaron?
Oh yeah, Aaron? One of our buddies gave it to us. We used this in our backyard wrestling federation all them years ago.
We'll tell you more about that at some point.
Yeah, and then it was given to me. Another cool little find here.
Yeah,
definitely
show it closer to the.
Yeah, definitely a fan of this belt.
The camera there. Ooh, looks good on camera too.
Yeah,
really like this belt for sure. It's like how the gold, I mean, like, the gold's, like, in between the U.S. flag. Like, it outlines, like, the stars and stripes and stuff. It's just a good idea.
Yeah.
Did we ever have a nameplate for this one?
No, we never did.
Okay, so it's just a blank nameplate. There's screw points for it. There's, like, holes for where you could put a nameplate. But I guess we don't have one.
Yeah, another thing about this belt, I don't know why it's different, but the leather always felt better on this belt. It always flexed a little bit better, went around your shoulder a little bit better, and fit around the waist really, really damn good.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder why... like this one's so like malleable.
I have no idea. That's a good question. I don't know if it's just the way it was kept up prior to.
There's a couple cracks in it now, but like not bad.
This thing's probably every bit of 10 to 15 years or 10 to 13 years old probably.
Right. Yeah. It looks great. I like this belt a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got two. Here's another U.S. title. This is the oldest belt that I have. I got this right out of 8th grade. This is the WCW. That WCW United States Championship. This thing has been with me for a long time.
I'm curious, what made you choose this belt? Did you just like the design of it? Or
Yeah,
were you
I
going
just
through like those old Invasion pay-per-views and stuff like that? Because
No,
that belt was prominently on it. Edge had that belt a lot, and you were a big Edge fan?
That's part of it, but like I had, so like after 8th grade, like it was I guess I was still in 8th grade. It was like the last couple days of school. I was just looking through this catalog that I just got. And it had all the wrestling belts in the back, and I just got a bunch of money for graduation, or I was about to get a bunch of money. So I was looking through, like, what do I want to buy with this money?
Wrestling belts.
Yeah, wrestling belt, a replica belt. So I was between this and the WWE Undisputed Championship. And I was going back and forth on it, and I think the Undisputed title was a little bit more expensive. And I was like, I really like this belt. Like, I'm going to go with the WCW US. So I got it. And this was the first one we had, and this was the first one we played around with and stuff. I've got a lot of autographs on it. So on the plate here is Jimmy Valiant. His brother one of the Valiants just died or something.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, unfortunately, got hit by like a truck or something crazy like that. But his brother there, it's starting to wear away. But he was like the first autograph. And at that same place that I got that autograph, I got Harley Race. Alex, you were there for that.
Yeah, I was there with it. I was definitely there.
That one's starting to wear away a little bit, but Harley Race is right there. I got Jerry the King Lawler at a con a long time ago. He's right there. He was only $5.
Yeah.
Cheapest autograph I've ever gotten in my entire life. Then I got DDP. That was a good one. I had to get DDP for the U.S. title. That was at another con in Chicago. And I got, on this side, X-Pac. It's a funny story about the X-Pac signature. So this is at like Wizard World Chicago, like 2009 or something like that. And there was a row of just wrestlers like signing stuff. And I was like, oh, and check this out. This is, I think, the same place I got the Jerry Lawler autograph too. And like some of them had like, $35, $40 for an autograph. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was just like scoping back and forth. And I came up to X-Pac, and like, X-Pac was a U.S. champion. He had the U.S. title for a while, so like maybe I'll try and get an X-Pac autograph. And there was no thing on the table, so I thought either it was like super cheap or it wasn't going to cost anything, because sometimes they do that. So I went up there, and he was like, oh, hi. And I'm like, I didn't know, he wanted to look at the belt, so I handed him the belt. And this guy just pops up out of nowhere and goes like, $20! And that's like an inside joke.
Let me tell you, I've been hearing that story for at least the past probably 8 years, and his exact way he tells it has not changed. $20!
So, but like my expression, like because I didn't know that, I barely had any money. I was like just into college. I didn't really have a job at that point, and I was just had brought like whatever extra money I had, and I wasn't planning on spending the $20 I had on getting an X-Pac autograph. I'm sorry, X-Pac. But no, not at that point.
Not at that time.
So like, yeah. So I'm just like looking. He has the belt, and he's already about to sign it, and I can't say no to the $20 thing now. So I'm just there like, oh. And I just take out like the last 20 I had, and I had to give it to X-Pac.
The one thing I like about this belt is that WCW did this really well with their belts. Is they only use 3 plates.
Oh yeah, I like it. Was the same. I think there's the same ones on the world title.
Yeah, or very, very. Are they the same exact?
They might be pretty close. If they're not the same, then they're
pretty close. I think those are more completely squared right here, without these little ridges.
Maybe.
But WCW did a good job of not like having the craziest designs on their belts. They kept it basic, kept it nice. Especially you'll see that with like the big gold belt, and especially this one too. Like the American flag in there, cool little small touch. And I'm a fan of this. The Eagles on belts. I love the Eagles on belts.
Yeah,
I wish they'd find a way to bring these back.
For sure.
They definitely don't use it. They definitely don't use it as much now.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Yeah, I think one other quick story about the autograph thing. So like Demolition was there too, and I tried to get an autograph from Demolition. And another guy popped up, but I didn't hand over the belt yet.
You ran out of the line?
No, I was like, there's no one in the line at that point. One other guy popped up and said it was like $30 or something. I was like, oh, I can't afford that. I was like, walked away. And as I was walking away, one of the Demolition guys was like, yeah, no freebies.
Said that to like an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, I was
awesome.
Like freshly in college.
And that's why you guys aren't in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, man, that'll probably happen one day.
Yeah, well.
Maybe.
Sorry,
I don't know. I think they're part of that
Smash.
concussion lawsuit or something, so I don't know if that's going to happen. But Jeff Jarrett's in the Hall of Fame, so honestly, anything's freaking possible. Sheamus over here. I got at that same place that Alex got his autograph too. Sheamus is a really nice guy.
Yeah.
You can talk to him for a minute or two.
Yeah, I talked to him for a minute. That's when I was training to be a wrestler. He was very easy to talk to.
Yeah, Sheamus is pretty cool. When I handed him this one, he was like, "Oh, the WCW United States Championship," because he was the U.S. title champion at the time. That's when he was saying he was the champion of the United States.
Yes, and
the champion of the United States.
There's a funny story about that. Quick, he did sign a jar of mayo for a fan.
Really?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
I remember that very distinctively. He took it well, though. Charismatic guy, fun guy to talk to.
Yeah, I like Sheamus for sure.
Very approachable.
Yeah, definitely. But this was the original one, man. So this was I will say, I think all of these are just the adult size because there were several different tiers of the belts you can get.
Yeah, there was kid size. There was actually mini sizes which you could wear on your wrist, like bracelets.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
but
And then they came out with rings after a while.
Right.
And then
I forgot about the rings.
Then they had kid sizes, which were I used to have a couple of those.
Yeah.
But I don't know where the hell
those kind of look cool too. I like some of the kid size belts.
Yeah, they were cool, especially growing up. They were nice to have. Mm-hmm. And then you have your adult sizes. Then they had deluxe, which I think made the plates 4mm thick, and then they had ultra deluxe, which gave it real actual leather.
Yeah.
And then 4mm plate. 4mm plates as well. Yeah.
Yeah. These are 2mm.
Yeah.
All regular adult ones. But you said they don't do that anymore.
No, I think they just do commemorative size, which is the regular size on leather, but with plastic plates. And then I think just adult belts now. But maybe somebody could hit up the comments section and let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, but this was the original one. I really liked it. I think the only thing that's missing in it is there's a screw in the back here that I don't know what happened to. I think when I went to a con once to try to get it signed, it just fell off. And we curved some of these too because a lot of these are just flat. There's a natural curve in the side plates on this one, but eventually I think we did with the U.S. title too, right? We just we looked up how to do it and we just put it over our knee and just evenly bent it a little bit. It looks way better like that than just the flat version of the center plate.
Yeah, and the next belt we'll explain how we did that with a different version of it.
Right. This is the Pride and Joy though. This is the original with all the autographs. So here we have the CWA. No, it is CWA, but we'll talk about that more.
Going back in the day a little bit.
Yeah. The WWE Undisputed Championship version 1.
Version 1. Very important to remember that.
Better. We used to have version 2.
We did. That was the that was one of the first. That was the first actually world title I had was version 2. We both had it. We'll split it. We got it from a scratch and dent sale at High Spots.
Yeah, right.
And we got it for really cheap. And all that was on it was honestly just a little scratch right here on the glove. You couldn't even tell.
Yeah, it was a really good deal. But yeah, man, that belt was so big.
It was so big, and it came flat, just straight flat. So that's when we learned how to bend it.
Right.
And then we're like, well, this belt's a little bit too big because we were using it for our backyard wrestling company.
Yes, of course.
So we're like, this belt's a little too big for any of us. So we're like, man, version 1's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's smaller and we're not 6'5" or something. Me and Al are about 6'1" So this fit us way better.
Yes.
So yeah, we still have the CWA logos over the WWE logos on there. So this isn't gonna damage or anything. We made sure we used plastic that wasn't gonna damage the metal or whatever. And then I have we have a center or a nameplate I should say on there, and it says it's The Rock, but I just put a piece of tape over it.
We do have a blank nameplate somewhere here.
It's somewhere around here. But yeah, so this came with The Rock, right?
This came.
Where did we get this one?
We ordered this one off of. I think we got it from Figures Toys Company.
Okay. Did we get this one new?
Yeah, we got that one brand new.
Okay, right. So yeah, this is my favorite
and
one.
And I'm guessing this is a hard belt to find now because I'm pretty sure they don't sell version 1 anymore.
Okay. Well, yeah, right.
Because this belt they only had it for 3 months.
Right. They gave it to 3 months. It was
Triple H had it.
Yeah.
And then the Undertaker had it.
It was a couple of years. I think 2 years.
No, but then they switched to version 2.
Oh, you mean right.
No.
I meant the main design.
This belt, the version 2 of this belt went away from 2005 when I think Vince McMahon walked out of it when John Cena switched to the stupid spinner title.
The spinner title, everyone's favorite belt.
Yeah, and this is my favorite world title design by far.
Yeah, me too. This is my favorite. It's between this and I think the Intercontinental and the Winged Eagle are very close for my favorite belt designs ever. Maybe I'll do a favorite belt design video in the future or something. But yeah, this is my favorite one I think that I have.
Yeah.
Even though I love the U.S. title because it's my original thing, but this one I love this belt. This is when we first started watching. This was the first title they introduced. Because it was Jericho had both the
belts. Triple H won the titles at WrestleMania. He carried them both for a while. In an episode, I think of SmackDown, he came out with that belt.
Yeah, awesome. And Hogan won this belt when he came back. I was a big Hulkamaniac back then.
Then Taker won it in 2002, which is a crazy year. Then I switched it to the version 2 because you could tell on Undertaker this belt was really small.
Right. Oh, yeah.
It was really small.
I'm saying so. And then Lesnar had this was kind of when I think of this belt, I really think of Lesnar the most. I think because Lesnar had it for a while.
I'd have to agree 100% with that.
Yeah, and that was like his big thing with beating The Rock at SummerSlam 02, and which was a great show. But that was Shawn Michaels' comeback against Triple H too. A lot of great matches on that show.
Yeah, very good show. Yeah, that was an unsanctioned match.
Yeah, the unsanctioned match. Yeah, but this is my favorite. I think they have little. Do they have some on the U.S. title? Too?
Yeah, they have
like little W's engraved into the belts.
And they have it on this belt too.
See if I get on the strap. See if I could show you guys. I don't know if you could tell, but there's little like WWE logos like on the edge of the straps on the top and bottom.
Yeah, and even this old WWF Intercontinental title has WWF logos engraved on the belt.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I can barely see it. Yeah, they're smaller. These are they're about the same size. It says WWE Champion on this one. And I wasn't say that in there. It's just a logo.
No, it's just a WWF logo.
Okay, it says WWE Champion upside down on the top for some reason.
Yeah, I think they say it on here too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So they got them all on there. So that's interesting. The WCW one doesn't have like WCW on it or anything like that. But yeah, that's all of them, man. I mean, I like getting these belts. I mean, I know that they're pretty expensive, but like especially when we split it because we almost split this one, I think. So it was just cool to have these around. I love these things.
Yeah, they're cool keepsakes, definitely, and stuff you can maybe hand down later to other people in life.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely old mementos and make you think of good times in wrestling.
Yeah,
and absolutely. For us, even more sentimental because good times because we tried to wrestle.
Right, the CWA, but that's the Calumet Wrestling Alliance. Well, I might put up like an old video of that sometime.
It's going back in the day, way back in the day.
But that was like kind of where I learned how to really edit and stuff, was doing those shows.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, so
up late, real night.
Oh my
computers
god,
crashing.
So many stories we could tell.
The things I know about computers now versus the things back then.
I know. Well, we're using your old Dell and stuff, and a
Dell with like 20 gigabytes of total hard drive space and like no RAM.
Exactly. A lot of problems, but I think the belt that I never got that I've always wanted to get, well, not always, but for a long time now, the WWE ECW title, the one like Mark Henry had for a while.
Yeah, the one Matt Hardy.
Yeah, the big silver.
That thing was huge.
I loved it though.
That was the first belt they tried to. I remember they tried to sell it as like a 3D belt because the ECW like logos looked like they popped out more.
Right. Yeah, I always wanted to get that one. So maybe one day I'll get a copy of that one or something, but. Yeah, I always liked that belt.
Yeah, in the terms of belts, I really want.
Intercontinental, I would also.
The new one would be nice.
Yeah, maybe
the new IC title would be nice. Maybe. I always liked the World Heavyweight title. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to own it though.
There was the first. This one's not a WWE belt actually. The first TNA World title, not the NWA Big Gold one. The first TNA World title, the one that Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, guys like that had. That was always a really cool belt to me too.
I think I
had a huge eagle on it. Yeah. Had these cool little like pinch holes in the leather where it was like 3 and it was like outlined in gold. Really, really cool belt there.
Right. Yeah, TNA had some pretty cool belts. Remember the Legends title?
Yeah.
And then what was it later? The Global title?
Global title.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. What do you think of today's belts, like in WWE? They're all the same thing.
I know what they're doing. They're pushing that damn logo down our freaking throats, man. You know?
I mean, I liked it when Rock first introduced it. I was like, yeah, that's cool.
It looked cooler with the scratch logo, as weird as that sounds to me.
Yeah, I agree. But
I like what they did with the women's titles. They made it like the world titles. That was cool, but now it's just, they're overkilling it.
The Universal title, I love red. I'm a big fan of red, okay? It's my favorite color by far. But the lipstick strap, I don't like it. I really don't like it.
I remember, as much as you like red, I remember we saw like a picture of a big gold world heavyweight title on red, and I remember you loved it.
Oh, on a
red strap.
Well, they had the crocodile world title for a while, where the back was red. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Had it. Yeah, Orton had that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a cool belt too. I do like the world title. The big gold belt was great, but I don't know if I want to own it. But anyway, we got WrestleMania coming up on Sunday. Me and Alex will have a review up of that. I'll probably post that early Monday morning or whenever we get done watching it. Yeah. Maybe it'll be the next week because the show will last that long. But are you looking forward to Mania?
Yes and no. I mean, it's Mania season. It's always fun. There's gonna be some good matches on there.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to like how long I'm gonna be sitting there.
Yeah, it's 7 hours is too long.
Yeah, and it's hard, like, and I want to watch NXT the night before, so that's like an overload of wrestling. And like, I've really gotten back into the product recently, but man, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot.
But we'll be back here talking about that on probably Monday morning, like I said. So if you guys have any questions about the belts, let us know in the comments, and we'll answer your questions there. Do you have any belts? Because I would like to know, if a lot of people bought some of these things, or if you have the commemorative titles, because I'd really like to know how those function. Like, are those okay? Like, do those look cool up close? Because I know that the plates are plastic.
Yeah.
So let me know in the comments. But yeah, we'll be back here with some more wrestling videos soon. Even after WrestleMania, we'll come up with something. So
And he means it this time, folks.
yeah, I know. Last year I didn't have a chance to do as much, but this year there will be more wrestling videos. Also, if you haven't had a chance, I put up my review of JR's book, Slobber Knocker: My Life in Wrestling, which was really good. So that just went up a couple days ago, so check that out too. And we'll be back here in a few days with more wrestling. So we'll see you then. See you guys there.